Hi, everybody. Good to have you with us again. So, today we have a very, very interesting topic. And this topic is something probably which has been there on some of your minds and probably has not crossed anybody's mind, but it's a very important topic. And all these times that I've been counseling, what I've found is a lot of students are not aware of this. And that is, what is your passion? Do you know what is your passion? Or do you think you know what is your passion? Or is it that you have no clue what is your passion and maybe you just don't care about it? All perfectly fine. But you would have heard this many, many times, and many, many people are asking you, especially at this point in your life, what do you want to do? Which way you want to go? Which stream do you want to take? What do you want your career to look like? And you'd have heard people say, follow your passion. Easier said than done. So think back, take 2 steps back, and think, what is your passion? You'll find this is not such an easy question to answer. Now I'm going to add one more rider. What is your passion for your career? This changes a lot of things. Right? It does. So let's find out. What are we going to find out? We're going to find out what is your passion and how you're going to find out what is that passion, keeping it career oriented. Okay? So now let's just think. The stage in life that you are in is known as the transformational age. Why is it transformational age? Because you are moving from a student to a professional. So let's relook at that. You're actually moving from a student to a professional. What is a student? You know what is a student because you are a student. As you keep studying, as you keep moving from one course to another higher course, from one degree to another higher degree, you're still a student, but you're moving to be a professional. You need to understand that. So, what is a professional? I can easily explain this to you. Some of you already know what a professional is. Many people like to play football. Yeah. Some play it as a hobby. Some play it for exercise. Some play it because they love to play the game. It's their passion. But how many football professionals do you know? Messi is the name that comes to the top of your mind. Ronaldo is another name that comes to your mind. Some people become a professional in a particular art. And it's known as a professional when they are making a livelihood out of it, when they are making money out of it. Many people play cricket, correct? So you know who the professional cricket players are, but the many are playing cricket. So you go to somebody and ask, hey, what do you do in life? That person doesn't say, I'm a cricketer, unless he's a professional cricketer. Correct? So this is just an example for you to understand from student to professional. It's very, very important because your passion that you're going to find out is linked to your career and the profession that you're going to choose, which should be the closest to your passion, because that is the main theme behind happiness. That is when you know that you've gone into the right profession as far as you are concerned. Okay? I want to clarify a few things. One is passion and hobby is different. Hobby is not necessarily passion. So you might like to go around gardening. You might like to play video games. You might like to hang around with friends. That doesn't mean this is your passion. Okay? This is just to make sure that there's no mistake anywhere in your understanding of what you are heading towards. Okay? How are you going to find out what is your passion? There are many ways to do this. But, in a way, it is something like an enlightenment. I'll explain this. You will suddenly find out what your passion is. You just have to look within yourself. Think, what do I spend a lot of time in? And when I'm spending that time more than an average person, it doesn't mean you have to spend 18 hours in a day doing that. No. It's just that whatever that thing that you're doing, you're spending more than an average person. And it could be you're reading about it. It could be you're seeing some YouTube vlogs about it. You are surfing the internet about it. And you're quite enjoying it. And time flies. You could actually have your hands into it. Example, aero modeling. Correct? You suddenly see whenever you're there fiddling around with aero modeling models, a lot of your time is being spent. And you suddenly realize, or rather, you don't realize that you have spent 4 hours. You thought you've just spent 30 minutes. So that is what you should be looking out for. What is it that you spend more hours on than an average person? Okay, think about that. And usually, time will fly by very, very fast. Just to put it in another perspective, since you're a student, I'm saying this. When you study a particular subject which you like, what happens is you finish the portion that you're studying of that subject which you like very, very fast. And while you're studying, it doesn't seem like a long process because you like that subject. You got it? When you're studying a subject which you don't like, it becomes tedious. You're always wondering, when will I finish the syllabus? You're going at the back pages. How many more chapters do I have? This is just for you to understand what I mean when I say, when you like something, time will go by. That's how you keep your mind tuned to find out what your passion is. Right. So, how do you find your passion? You need to ask yourself, is there something you really love doing? You got to think about that. Is there something that you really, really love doing? I'll give you some more examples over here. You might love helping people, right? So that's a passion. It doesn't mean helping people means you want to become a doctor. You got it? But you got to find out your passion. You like helping people, okay? How? In what way? When you go always at one or two steps deeper, that is when you can find out what your real passion is. So you need to ask yourself that. Okay? Much more easier said than done, by the way. I've gone through this myself. I've seen a number of students going through this. The best solution you have is a very good thing. And that is, it's difficult. It's very, very difficult to actually find out what your passion is, because you being in a transformational age, things change very fast. So it's very difficult. The best way to do it, when you have identified a certain passion, that is, go out there and actually try it out. Yes, actually try it out. How do you do that? You can take a part-time job, you can take internships, you can actually sometimes join a company, join an organization, keeping this in mind that I'll give this next 1 or 2 years to make sure this is what I like doing. Is this my passion? Sometimes very, very difficult. So it's good if you can actually go through internships, you can go through some opportunity like an apprentice to go and try it out during the summer holidays, any point of time, in the evenings. Can I go and do this? And see whether you like it or not. Because it's very different what you think in your mind and what you actually do. That's very, very important. And I'm still telling you all this is mainly connected to your career interest and your personal passion. It's very crucial. Your career interest and your personal passion, they need to fuse. And then you know you're on the right path. You're absolutely right path to happiness, to absolute success. So remember, you need to find your passion. Don't think I'll find out my passion much later. I'm going to give you another example, again to do with sports, because it's easy understanding. That is, all great sportsmen figured out they liked that particular sport when they were very, very young. In fact, when they were your age or even younger. Right? All cricket players, football players, tennis players at a very, very young age. Boris Becker was winning the Wimbledon when he was 17. Michael Jordan and other top NBA players, they went into professional basketball just after college, straight away. And they got picked while they were top notch basketball players in college. They already knew which way they were going. People like Sachin Tendulkar at 15 was playing for the Indian team. People like Virat Kohli was captaining the Indian under 19 team at 19. So you understand what I'm saying? Don't think I will find out my passion later. It doesn't happen that way. You got to find out your passion right now. And when you find out your passion, the best way to find out your passion is to actually do it. These examples I gave you are people who have actually done it. In sports, there are people in business, there are people in work. That's why one of the curriculum requirements for a chartered accountant is apprenticeship. They have to do it for 3 years. These are just examples. So whenever you can, identify your passion, find out what you like, keep your mind alert to that. If you think I'm going to find out later, or I'm going to get into one degree and my degree will decide what my passion is, that is wrong. Find out what your passion, go and get your degree as per the required passion. Keeping in mind career, interest, and personal passion. Not your parents, not your uncles, not your neighbors, not your best friends, nobody's. Don't fall under peer pressure. Don't fear to be judged. Find your passion and then go and actually spend time with people who are doing that. Go and actually do this. And you'll be very, very surprised at what you're going to come out with. And remember, you study for normally after your 10th, you study for normally 5 to 6 years. But you work after that for 35 years. So what you study now is going to identify your 35 years of work. So don't forget that. Very, very difficult to try and change it. Have you heard of anyone who's done a BCom, finished it, and then said, I don't like it, so let me go back and do a BSc? Yeah. 1 in a million, probably. Giving you just an example. The degrees that you pursue, you can't go and change it. So then when they have 35 years career path, people start changing it. Don't do that, because that's not your path to happiness. Happiness is when you got the right job as per your personal requirement. Another sincere advice: follow your passion as per your career interest, and don't worry about the money. If you've got the right passion with the right career interest, money will follow sooner or later. It'll come. First, get happiness and success. Very, very important. Thanks, everybody. Till we meet again for the next round. Superb once again spending time with all of you. Best of luck, and I wish each one of you a beautiful life and a successful career with your right passion. Thank you. Bye-bye.